Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. I hope everybody's doing well and everything's going well for everybody. For some reason, I'm a little nervous today. First of all, I had setting up, my few minutes of setting up here, I think at least 8 or 9 golf carts went by, and hardly any golf carts ever go by. And then the fellow directly across the street, the lawnmower people came and mowed their lawn. So it's been like, constant. And then it was a UPS truck just parked, dropped something off for the house across the street, one up. It's just been a little hectic. I've been getting a lot of feedback. Well, not a lot, but a considerable amount of feedback. And one of the things that people have asked me, more than one person has asked me about, when I show the patches, they're backwards. Well, I'm working on that. What I have to do is, I looked into it last night. Somehow, I think I have to set up my cell phone to a computer monitor. And I have to figure out how to do that in the left-handed smoke shifter and the Wizmo and the Gizmo and the 4803 cable, and you know how it is. And I need the super hot Wizmo Gizmo app and everything like that. But I'm going to work on that. If anybody knows how, when you're working with your cell phone, to bring it back to normal, please do let me know. Okay, Opie's on the roof of my car, and he's just looking outside, watching the birds at the bird bath. Now, I got so much to do today, and I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes, and I already got 2 minutes and 19 seconds here already. When I was at the advertising agency, I worked at 3 different advertising agencies. And the longest, my favorite, and the one I was at for about 7 years, was Horizon Communications, but they went out of business. So, but anyway, I was in the editorial department, and actually, I'm quite proud of this. I started out proofreading, and by the time the demise of the company, I was in charge of editorial, and I had about 5 people that reported to me. So, I did all right. Now, on lunchtime, a lot of times I didn't, they'd all go, we're going to the local diner or something. And, I was doing the TV show Writer's Circle at that time, so I was saving my money. I was producer, Channel 20, and so I would I'd have my peanut butter and jelly sandwich and my apple, and I'd get a iced tea or something in the. But anyway, I used to draw, and I haven't done any drawing in a while, but. I found this in my files I was going through. I called this the Humble Home. I drew this on one of my lunch hours at the ad agency. And I know it's not Vincent van Gogh. I know it's not Jack Kirby. But I kind of like it, And I was going to use it for a book, or, for a book of poetry or something. But anyway, I'm kind of proud of that. I wanted to, so I've got here about, I don't know, maybe about a dozen pictures of the woods behind my house in Lincoln Park. The woods are now gone. They built these huge McMansions there on postage size lots. And I'm nothing against it. I'm not, if you're there and you're watching my video and you live there, that's cool. But, I miss yeah, when they first cut all the woods down, it was sad. But here's some. I keep them in a plastic. Keep them nice. And I keep them in a notebook. And I'm gonna show I figured I'll show 3 a day, or maybe not every day, but every so often. I'll show. Beautiful pictures here. Here's this was a little pathway, and I would walk my Shetland sheepdog, Gidget. I've had 4 Shelties and 1 Collie and 1 Beagle and 1 German Shepherd in my lifetime. But we would walk this. She loved walking this trail. And I would unhook the lead. I mean, where is she going to go? You know what I mean? And we'd walk that forest trail. Beautiful memories. And here's another picture of those woods here. Beautiful woods. Oh, in the wintertime, just sheer poetry. Gorgeous. I mean, just beautiful. People say, oh, I'm in Florida now and I miss New Jersey. And people say, you're crazy, you miss New Jersey. But, I miss the snow. I mean, how insane is that? I miss the snow. And here's another one. Let me see here. There it is. Beautiful oaks and maples and elms and pine trees. So what I'm going to do, put a little check here. I'll put it on this side here. Put a little check mark here. Put a little check mark there, see it? And this way I know I've shown you these pictures. I'll fix it up later. Time is of the essence. Oh, what do I got here? Oh, a card from an old neighbor. This, I'm going to do a little reading excerpt here. There's a concept of a book I had. It's not that easy to get a book published. And self-publishing is tough because some, not all, but some of these self-publishing outfits, they have so many asterisks and so many, I'm not putting self-publishing down, but you gotta have some money in your wallet, so it's extra money, besides your property taxes and your electric bill and all that. You gotta, say here's I got this amount of money I can self-publish, But this is the concept of the book. I'll bring it back here. It's backwards. I Remember Dad by Richard Mabey Jr. The close-up picture there of Dad. There's all the scout neckerchiefs in the background, and Dad in his Scoutmaster's uniform. Dad was Scoutmaster of Boy Scout Troop 170 in Lincoln Park for over 30 years. So give it one more shot here. So that was going to be the perspective cover. Not a glamorous cover, not, jumping at you kind of cover, but, just, it wasn't a bad cover. Let's see now. As a preface to this reading, for about 25 years, my father was the man, most of the time, went to Maine and got this humongous pine tree. They cut it down. I know it's very sad they cut the tree down. I know tree lovers, it's very upsetting, but cut the tree down in Maine, and he would truck it down and bring it to New York City. For over 25 years, my father, single-handedly, the only man in the truck, was the man who brought New York City its Christmas tree. Holiday tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Christmas tree. So, at any rate, I wrote a little story about that. That was going to be in the book. I Remember Dad. I haven't completely given up on this idea of this book. So, let me get into my dramatic reading mode. I'm going to go over 10 minutes today. But hopefully, I got comments. It's try to keep it under 10 minutes. Once in a while you go over 10 minutes. What are you going to do? I remember Dad. Dad's annual Christmas gift to New York City. One of the things I so dearly admired about my father was that oftentimes he accomplished great feats with quiet dignity. So much so that even his own siblings, nieces and nephews, fellow church members, fellow scout leaders, and friends never knew of his hard work to literally bring a light of joy to the world. Such was the case of Dad's annual accomplishment of bringing New York City their Christmas tree for many, many years. Please excuse me, I'm getting a little tickle on my throat. It kind of gets to me a little bit, you know? In 1960, Dad began working as a long-distance truck driver for Maine Trucking and Rigging in Elmwood Park, New Jersey. He worked there for nearly 30 years, retiring in June of 1989. During those years, he often brought Manhattan their Christmas tree, generally from Maine or New Hampshire. The reason that the management of Maine Trucking would give Dad this responsibility is because the executives in Manhattan, who were in charge of the city's Christmas tree, would request Dad to be the one to bring the towering pine tree to their fine city. Dad's annual responsibility to bring New York City its Christmas tree was a golden opportunity for him to teach the power of positive faith. So many times I remember Dad would call home while he was in Maine or New Hampshire, saying over while the workmen prepared the incredibly tall pine tree for its destiny to be America's showcase Christmas tree, Dad would ask Mom to put me on the phone. Even when I was in grammar school and then into high school, he would tell me that he was counting on me to be the man of the house while he was away. Sometimes Dad would get snowed in or held up by a problem or simply have to reroute the trip because of a surprise little bridge in some small town that was not clearly defined on any of his maps. Richie, it looks like I'm going to be held up here. It's snowing pretty heavy here. You know how to change the fuses down the cellar if any of them burn out. I'm counting on you, son. I have faith in you, Richie, Dad would say to me over the phone. I remember that 90% of the time, Dad would finish his long-distance phone call by telling me that he had faith in me. I know that Dad had a strong faith in the good Lord. Often, when he was caught in the snow while bringing the tall pine tree to Manhattan, he would say to me over the phone, Richie, I've got faith the good Lord is going to help me to get this tree to New York on time. Dad never once was late in delivering New York City its big Christmas tree. And of course, Dad loved his job. He truly loved working with people, talking with people, and having a purpose to bring New York City its Christmas tree. I know Dad truly loved the Lord. Page 2. Today, in memory, I look back with fondness of heart of those innocent days when Dad would tell me that he had faith in me. On May 12th of 2006, my father went home to be with the Lord. Since then, not a day has gone by that I haven't cried. I'd give up everything I ever worked for, everything, to have just 5 minutes with my dad. Sometimes I feel my heart is going to break when I hear a parent complain about their child, or when I hear a child complain about their parents. Life upon this earth is short. It really and truly is. Forgive people when they hurt you. Simply forgive. Throw your grudges out to sea and let the tide sweep them away. Love one another. Tell the people you love that you love them. For truly, no person has any guarantees for tomorrow. Well, folks, it was a condensed version of one chapter of my book, I Remember Dad. I guess I've got to focus once again on getting it published. It's not an easy thing to do. I'm going to close now and stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy, keep a good thought, love one another. Until my next vlog, Richard Mabey signing off.